All right, this is problem 6.4.29, and we are adding rational expressions here. And whenever we're adding rational expression, the first thing we need to do is get a common denominator. And that's going to involve identifying the LCM for all of the denominators in the problem. So for this problem, with the denominators of y and y plus 5, there's no factoring to be done. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just identify the LCM as y times y plus 5. Now the LCM in these problems is the same as the common denominator. It will be the common denominator once you've identified it. So this is the common denominator that we're trying to get. In other words, this is our goal. This is what we want it to look like when we're done with the problem. Okay, so our process then is to take a look at the fraction that we're dealing with and compare it to where we want to go and see what's missing. So this has the y, but it doesn't have the y plus 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom of this first fraction by y plus 5, and that will give me the common denominator. In the same manner, this second fraction right here is missing this y, this singular y. So I'm going to multiply this fraction top and bottom by y, and that'll get me the LCM here. Okay, so I'm going to try and do this in color and see if you can see it in color. I don't know if it's going to come across in the video. So anyways, this first fraction we are multiplying by y over y. Excuse me, y plus 5. Oh yeah, you can kind of see that. Over y plus 5. Okay. Second fraction, we are multiplying by just the singular y. And you need to remember that when you're multiplying by a quantity, so this is a quantity right here, a binomial, you need to have parentheses around it. And the reason for that is because when we multiply, we're actually multiplying by the whole thing. And to show that, we need the parentheses to show that. Okay, so now we have a common denominator, and we can bring our numerators together. So what I see in the numerators is we have y plus 5 times y plus 5, that's coming from the first fraction. And then we have a y squared coming from the second fraction. And that's now all over our common denominator. All right, so we want to simplify the numerator now, and that's going to involve foiling right there. So this is going to be y squared. The outside is 5y. The inside is 5y. And the last is 25. Okay. And then let's go ahead and collect like terms. I see y squared and y squared, that is 2y squared. The 5y and the 5y, that's 10y. And then we have our plus 25. And the denominator is still the y times the y plus 5. Okay, now that numerator, we need to check and see if it factors any further, because if it does, it might have a factor that cancels with something in the bottom. I can tell by looking at this one that it isn't going to factor any further. You can try it. It's a trinomial, so you would want to try trial and error on it. But it isn't going to go any further, and so that's it in this problem. This would actually be your answer there. And that's it for this problem.